In this single painting, you'll find a man attempting to chew through a wooden post, a woman trying to literally tie up the devil, and another man who is, for reason we will discover, shitting on the entire world. This is not chaos, it's a checklist. It's Pieter Bruegel's Encyclopedia of Human Folly, a masterpiece containing over 100 bizarre, brutal, and uncomfortably honest truths about who we are. Today, we're not just looking at it, we're decoding the 10 most insane entries on the list. So, who is the architect of this madhouse? Who is the man who dared to create a complete catalogue of human absurdity? His name is Pieter Bruegel the Elder, a Flemish master living in the turbulent 16th century. To understand his masterpiece, you have to understand his time. He was living through an age of chaos. The world was tearing itself apart over religion and politics. Society felt like it was losing its mind, governed by hypocrisy and blind faith. Does any of this sound familiar? And in the middle of all this turmoil, Bruegel did something revolutionary. He turned his gaze away from the saints, the kings, and the epic battles, and pointed it directly at the messy, chaotic, and often ridiculous spectacle of everyday life. He wasn't just a painter, he was an anthropologist, and this painting, Netherlandish Proverbs, was his great experiment. But before he shows us the symptoms of our collective madness, he gives us the diagnosis. Right in the center of the painting, he places the master key to his entire philosophy. A world literally turned upside down. Welcome to a world that has lost its reason. Let me show you how it really works. At first glance, this painting is an assault on the senses. Over 100 people, each lost in their own bizarre activity. It feels random, chaotic. It's designed to make you feel overwhelmed. But that feeling is an illusion. Bruegel is a master of hidden control, and he uses two secret weapons to guide your eye without you even realizing it. The first weapon is geometry. Look, he doesn't just use one, but two powerful diagonal axes that intersect at the very heart of the village. This giant X divides the entire world into triangular zones, creating a hidden architectural framework. Our brain subconsciously follows these lines, allowing Bruegel to organize the chaos into distinct narrative areas. But a hidden framework isn't enough to control the chaos. His second and most brilliant weapon is color. He uses a technique called color zoning. Watch this. He strategically scatters splashes of vibrant red across the canvas. Suddenly, it's not chaos anymore. It's a pattern. The red creates a visual rhythm, a subconscious game of connect the dots that forces your eye to dance across the frame. Then he does the same with the blues, creating a secondary rhythm that waves through the first. And finally, with the yellows and golds, anchoring the landscape itself. Red, blue, and yellow, the primary colors. Bruegel is using the most fundamental building blocks of art to create a visual symphony. What looked like a noisy crowd just a minute ago is now revealed for what it truly is, a perfect, balanced, color-coded system conducted by a genius. Now that Bruegel has secretly taught our eyes how to see, we are finally ready to understand what we are seeing. It's time to begin our tour of the 10 most bizarre exhibits in this museum of madness. Our tour begins at number 10, the pillar biter. Look at this man. He's literally biting a pillar. In 16th century, a pillar biter was the slang for a religious hypocrite, someone who shows extreme piety in public but whose faith is a rigid, dead thing, as tasteless as stone. It's a brutal commentary on false devotion. Number 9. Carrying fire and water. This man carries fire in one hand and water in the other. He is the embodiment of the double dealer, the two-faced person who speaks out of both sides of their mouth, ready to fuel a conflict or extinguish it based on what is most convenient. He is the unreliable friend, the treacherous diplomat. Number 8. The blue cloak. This seems like an act of kindness. It is not. She is placing a blue cloak on her husband. In Bruegel's time, this was a blatant symbol of adultery. She is literally cloaking him in her deceit. The color blue, so often a symbol of heaven, here represents lies and betrayal. Number 7. Banging one's head against a wall. A proverb so powerful we still use it today. He is attempting the impossible through sheer, stubborn force. It is the perfect image of futile, irrational struggle. But notice, he is wearing armor. He is not even willing to feel the full pain of his own stupidity. Number 6. The world shitter. Bruegel is not subtle here. This man literally shits on the world. It represents the ultimate act of cynicism and contempt. A person who despises everything, who rejects all the rule, all society, all meaning, and contributes only filth. Number 5. The unbeatable foe. This woman, a picture of grim determination, is trying to tie the devil to a pillow. It's a fantastic, absurd image that symbolizes a futile struggle against an unbeatable evil through sheer, pig-headed stubbornness. She might be brave, but she is doomed to fail. Number 4. The food chain. A truth as old as time, captured in a single, brutal image. The big fish eats the little fish. This is Bruegel's cold, hard commentary on power dynamics. In the world of folly, the strong will always inevitably consume the weak. There is no mercy. Number 3. The false saint. This is one of the most cynical acts in the entire painting. To tie a flaxen beard to Christ. It symbolizes the act of using a holy image, of using religion and piety as a mask to cover up deceit and betrayal. It is the ultimate hypocrisy. Number 2. The Great Sorter. This is a complex and often misunderstood proverb. A man must stoop to get on in the world. This man is stooping to get the world. It's a critique of how people will compromise their own integrity and stoop to false idols in order to gain power and influence. And finally, the number 1 most important, most terrifying proverb in this entire masterpiece. A wording so profound it became the subject of its own, separate painting. The blind leading the blind. This isn't just about foolishness. This is a dire, timeless warning about incompetent leadership. When those who cannot see, the ignorant, the arrogant, the corrupt, are in charge of leading others who cannot see, the only possible destination is the ditch. A fall that is total, inevitable, and collective. So after our tour through this gallery of human absurdity, from the hypocrite biting a pillar to the blind leading the blind, what is the final verdict? What is the ultimate story Bruegel is telling us? If you're as fascinated by this beautiful, chaotic world as I am, and you want to spend more time exploring its secrets on your own, you can now bring this entire universe of folly into your home. A museum-quality print capturing every single insane detail is available on my store at Master's Gaze. The link is right at the top of the description. It would be easy to think that Bruegel was a cynic, a misanthrope laughing at the pathetic dance of humanity from his ivory tower. But that would be missing the entire point. Bruegel wasn't judging these people. He wasn't mocking them. He is showing us that for all our technology, for all our progress, we are creatures of patterns. We still bang our heads against walls, we still follow blind leaders, we still value the trivial and ignore the profound. He painted the source code of our flaws. And in the end, this masterpiece isn't a judgment, it is an invitation to recognize our own reflection in this 500-year-old mirror, and to ask a simple, timeless question: which one of these fools am I?